Thursday, 8th of February 24. And I'm just thinking about Scotland. Apparently, in a new poll, SNP would be down to 17 MPs in an election, and a general election of Britain. I think Labour would be about 30 or something. So really, for some reason soon, the sort of cities are going back to Labour, and I've no idea why. I mean, my message to Scots is, it's an existential thing now, and on one issue you need to vote whoever's offering. Well, nobody's offering the best on that thing, but probably on this issue you will need to vote right. To me personally, if you care about fame, I'm just using that word in case it gets picked up, or les and ga and bar, that sort of thing. To me, you need to vote right, or any party on the left that's offering a sensible pause in this issue. The only one on the left I know of is the Social Democrat Party, but they're not. Nobody will be sitting in most seats. I checked Scotland, there was only about 5 so far for the next election. One's in Runaglan, one's down in Ayrshire or somewhere. Most people haven't, so I would suggest voting Reform, even though they're actually, I don't agree with them really, apart from on one issue where they're saying zero net, but that's not good enough either, because that's last year that would have been like 600,000. So on this issue, so they're a bit of a phony party, but they're all got just now, because they're sitting candidates at every election. So I say to Agnes and Jerry in Easterhouse, in your block of flats, you've lived there 40 years, you've seen a lot of changes recently, lived there 30 years or whatever, you need to stop voting Labour and SNP, because you're not going to be able to make sense of your world pretty soon, if not already. So my suggestion is vote Reform, or UKIP, or UKIP are even better for this issue, because they've changed a bit since Nigel was the thing. I'd say their policy on this is a lot more sensible now, because at some point everybody's going to panic. The people that have got a long history in Scotland are going to panic, and they're going to vote like in Ulster, sadly. But it's too late already, and they're going to panic when it's obviously too late. And I would say the people who should be panicking the most should be those who are great supporters of fame and GBTL, that sort of thing. I think these are the ones that should be voting the most on this, because we've already changed, and you're not going to believe the way it's going to change, and you're going to find yourself, you can't identify with most Scots. That's how you're going to, and neither will they be able to with each other or whatever. So yeah, because to me it seems like a lot of countries in the world, the male ego is out of control, and this is why there's a lot of countries that seem to be, the people there don't want to live there, even though it's all they know. And the only reason that we should be moving around is moving towards warm places, beautiful places. So we should all be trying to move. But the only places that people choose out of these sort of areas is Florida and Spain and that. They don't seem to want to go to other places that are even more ideal for that, and neither do the people who from those areas. They seem to want to come to cold, wet Britain and stuff, you know. So that tells you something. So really, I say to Scots, if you vote Labour and SNP and that, you really need to vote on one issue now, and you need to start voting. Even Tories at least, you know, even though they've been a disaster on this as well. At least you're showing you're not going to vote your normal way, because there's no point in going from SNP to Labour or back and forward, because they're both the same on this issue. They're both determined to be far sooner than the Tories on this issue, and I don't think FemFem and LTB etc. are going to be very happy with the outcome, you know. So that's my message on that, you know. Goodbye.